I was wandering in the library during my freshman year of high school when the librarian came up to me and told me something I had never thought of before. She said, "What if I told you that your First Amendment right was broken and challenged every day?" I was so confused. I had no idea what she was talking about. She told me that books were banned in libraries all across the world. This was called censorship. There are two very obvious and very serious reasons why books should not be banned. The first one is the freedom of speech. Nothing that is put out there for us to read should ever be taken away because an organization or the government doesn't believe we should read it. The second reason is the matter of opinion. Nobody's matter of opinion should dictate everybody else's. Borgna Brunner says, "The First Amendment of the Constitution guarantees our right to free speech, which includes the right to read and write books that might be considered by some to be too violent, hateful, or offensive. Because this freedom is one of our fundamental rights as Americans, some people feel that any form of censorship is wrong." One of the many benefits of living in America is the freedom of speech. It is a great ordeal when that is taken from us. Even if it seems like prohibiting people from reading a certain book doesn't seem like that big of a deal, it really is. Telling someone that they aren't allowed to read a book is taking away their rights. No one should be allowed to do that. An article from Censorship and Three Metaphors says, "Although parents and guardians have the right to demand that their child will not read a particular book or view a specific film, no one parent or guardian has the right to demand that an entire classroom, school, or district should not read a particular book." It is understandable that parents would want to keep their children away from things that they think would harm their child. But that gives them no right to forbid other children from doing, or in this case, reading that particular thing. Besides, sometimes what one person finds bad, someone else may not. Take the Ellen Hopkins books, for example. Many of her books have been banned because they are about very serious issues like drugs, sex, suicide, cutting, mental illnesses, lies, partying, and so much more. Sometimes when someone, usually a parent, reads or hears about a book that they think is too mature for their kids, they don't think about the fact that these books are so real to high school and real life. Everyone knows who the drug dealer is in their school and in their neighborhood. Sometimes it's even easier to find drugs than to get good grades in school. Isn't it better for kids to read about how drugs can ruin their life than try them out and it actually ruin their lives? In my personal experience, I know that these books put me as far away from drugs than anything my parents ever told me about them. Even historical books like Anne Frank have been banned for being too depressing and a real downer. Charlotte's Web was banned because of the talking animals. Some people believed that showing animals talking was disrespectful to God and was most likely the work of the devil. The Harry Potter series were banned for the witchcraft and the ungodly themes. The Harry Potter books are probably some of the most whatever that word is, books, because a lot of parents believe that they are good because the books help children use their imagination. Even kids that don't like reading seem to enjoy the Harry Potter books. But then on the other hand, a lot of parents believe that they're not good books because of the wizards and they perform magic. The dictionary was even banned in Alaska because they feared that children would look up bad words. How do we stop censoring, or at least spread the word about how it needs to end? The librarian that stopped me freshman year explained to me what Banned Books Week was all about. It is a week in which libraries and schools honor those books that have been banned in other areas. We need to make it aware to children that taking away one of their rights is against the law, and the people and places that censor books should not be able to get away with it. This picture draws kids in because it says banned books. At one point or another, governments and institutions banned these books. We recommend that you do not read these for your own safety. This will most likely draw the kids into reading them because it tells them not to, and all kids like disobeying. And then when they read them, they'll be like, why were these banned from us? And they'll start questioning it. Even the Dr. Seuss book, Green Eggs and Ham, was banned. That seems pretty crazy to me. Censoring is an unjust crime that has been looked over because we don't understand how it really damages children. Taking away books that inspire imagination, creativity, knowledge, and much more is not good for children and teenagers. I'm going to end on this amazing quote from the incredible author Judy Blume. Let children read whatever they want and then talk about it with them. If parents and kids can talk together, we won't have as much censorship because we won't have as much fear. The main reason books get banned is because parents, administration, and other adults fear that the books will do more harm than good. But if they would just talk to the children and teenagers, they would realize this is most likely not the case. The end.